Hey, I'm Janice from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show.
Sorry, Janice. I was just playing around with the whole thing. Well, okay. Anyway, God bless you guys. It is a fallback Friday, April the 24th, 2026. A few minutes after the hour. Guys, welcome to Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Radio Team with the screen right here, Janice. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Chat room is wide open. Please come in, like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Radio Team. You know, we have a loving chat room and we want to honor you guys, and we hope all is well with our beloved listeners and that your family's okay. Yeah, I said everything I had to say. This is where we get the job done. But most importantly, it's the only place on this entire earth where you get your morning started right. All right, to this queen right here, Janice, good morning. God bless. Good to see you, young lady. Looking well. And how are you?
Thank you. Peace and love, everybody, and welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Today is Friday, July 24th, 2026, and the current weather conditions in my backyard is a comfortable, sunny 67 degrees. Expected high is going to be somewhere around 78 degrees, and the lows are going to drop right back down somewhere around 62 degrees later on this evening. I'm Janice Segure from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, the only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
The only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Janice is absolutely right. Guys, the weather conditions over this weekend supposed to be really nice. Back to summertime. We don't have to worry about the Noah's Ark no more this weekend. The tornadoes and the hurricanes and the heavy winds and the flooding and the uncertainty of the weather. This weekend's supposed to be an old school, just like Janet said in her weather report, just a good, clear couple of days. So if you have the opportunity and you are blessed to go outside, enjoy the sun, do some outdoor activities, and get that vitamin D pause from the sun, and enjoy your space and the people around you, because that's what's really important. And on a fallback Friday, that's really was the important part of living our lives and enjoying ourselves, as we enjoy what other people that are in our circle, that we are blessed to have, that we all have a common bond with each other to enjoy our peace. And that's what this is all about. So this weekend, enjoy your peace, enjoy your family, and enjoy the things that you do before we start the show, with nothing but passion and love on a fallback Friday. And go out and when you walk outside, look at the sky, look at the atmosphere, look above your head, look and see the stars and the clouds and the things that are greater than yourself, that you can't control, but is giving you some blessings for today,
right?
By giving you good weather. So sometimes just take a moment. And I know it's hectic for some of us, and some of us it's not. But let's just take a moment on a fallback Friday just to be grateful in our space. And there, but for the grace of God, there go I, because people got it worse before we start this show at 4 minutes after the hour. We truly appreciate you. And guess what? Try your best. Whatever you do this weekend, try to help somebody else if you can. Even if it's just saying hello. Even if it's just giving a nice gesture, because what that does is it makes us feel good inside. And I know that sometimes in society and where we live today and how we live, you don't want to be, yelling out hello to everybody, because it might be somebody crazy as hell that you're doing it to. Who you saying hello to? Like, you might, we don't want you to run into nothing like that.
Shawn, wait, let me interrupt and say, I feel like you're talking to me right now. Because I'm that person. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Next thing you know, the other person's like, want to, go a little nuts. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Right. Because sometimes where we live, especially in the New York area, or it's sometimes it's a geographical thing. I've been in the South, and people in the South, they always wave and say
Yeah.
hello and how you doing, and I get it. In certain parts of the country, saying hello can get you punched in the face. So what I'm saying is, vet your hellos. Vet the people that you see randomly you want to say hello to.
Right. Read the energy. Read the energy of the person. Okay.
Thank you, Janice. Or do one of those on a fallback Friday. Do one of those gestures where, like, say for example, if you buying a coffee and buy the person behind you the like the little as long as it's not a big order. If it's a little $5,
Pay it forward.
Yeah, pay. What is it called?
Pay it forward.
Yeah, paying forward. If it's a little something light, I tried that recently. I said, yeah, let me pay for the other person. And they was like, yeah, that's about $27. I was like, nah, I'm good. We're gonna pay backwards. We're not gonna pay forwards. so
let me just buy one of those items off the list.
Yeah. Let get $4 off of that item. So I'm just saying. Or remember what they used to say back in the day, which we never see before I yield back to Janice, like helping the old lady cross the street. I don't know. I don't see a lot of old ladies out there needing help to cross the street, or men, but do something kind. If you see an animal crossing the street and you're driving a car, let the animals go by. Just let's have some. What I'm trying to say is let's have some goodwill this weekend, and what I want to do, Janice, is this weekend I want to make this world a better place to live in by my actions and by the things that I try to do to make this world a better place. Because, Janice, before I yield back, there's been times in my life where I didn't make the world a better place.
Well, you populated, you have something to do with the population. So, that's a good thing, right?
So to say, I'm putting my best foot forward today. I want to make my presence on this earth this weekend is to be pleasurable, to be helpful, to be respectful, and to care for others. And on that note, Janice, would you also like to join the movement for this weekend to be caring and sharing and putting your best foot forward for just this weekend or just a few hours? And that's another thing. If you out there in these streets and you miserable as hell, stand in the corner and own that. Own it. But don't articulate it to other people.
Because that's another form of contributing.
Right. We want to contribute in a positive way. But if you sit in there and you angry as hell or you're resentful, that's fine. Just stay in your corner. Yes. And own that and be responsible for it. They do say misery loves company. But what I want to say to you, if you're miserable and you're resentful, do us all a favor and stand in the corner and be miserable. And we're going to mind our business while you over there. That's why the times that we live in today in this country, we are the most hated country on earth.
Oh, my God.
Real. And remember yesterday, Janice put up a very riveting video or a picture of Donald Trump being in the casket on the wall somewhere out there in the Middle East. Listen, we're bad as a country. Before I yield my time, is when the Canadians help. Canada, when Canada was one of the most friendliest countries on earth. And when Canada can't stand your ass, there's a problem. So when we go for misery loves company, please, if you're miserable, stand over there. Because we got a president that's miserable as hell, that's disrupting the economy, disrupting everyday normal peace. There's young folks out there in the military dying for no reason at all. You know, I understand with military service, you fight for your country. I get that concept. These young folks are now dying for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not about the United States of America. It's one thing when the country is behind a movement, or like we get an attack by another country or enemy, like say like 9/11, when we was like, yeah, we understand that. Let's get the troops out there and let's kick some ass. I get that. But we are in a war of choice. The choice was made by Donald Trump. And now young folks, as at the tender age of 19 and 20 years old and 25, these young folks are dying now in the U.S. military for Donald Trump. Oh my God, that's unbelievable. So guys, and that's another thing before I yield back. Guys, when you identify and spot somebody that's miserable or resentful, run for the hills.
Save yourself.
I mean, run fast, because as adults, God has blessed us. And one of the things about being adults is that we have a choice. Some of us don't, but some of us, the majority of us do. You know, sometimes I sympathize with kids and children because they don't have a choice, because they're underneath their parents or anybody that's abusive or narcissistic like that. But as an adult, if you have the ability to remove yourself from somebody miserable or somebody toxic, make that happen. Run for the hills, because we only have one life to live. I'm 61 years old and I am proud of it. I am in the fourth quarter of my life with 2 timeouts left, 2 20-second timeouts, and I'm on the injury list. So if you think that I'm going to allow somebody or any person, place, or thing to disturb my peace at this age, you're sadly mistaken. So protect your peace.
Yeah.
Be good to yourself and others, and hold value to yourself. Meaning, when you walk outside, Janice, you high step. You know, like when you see the Grambling University, Morehouse University, and you see a halftime show, and these young folks high step through the field through halftime.
Oh
And
yeah.
they got their drums beating, and makes you feel good. Let's
Yeah.
high step this weekend, guys.
Yeah, well, I want to piggyback on what you said, Shawn, and say I totally agree. Enjoy the view. Whatever is going on in your life right now, do not let it rub off or affect, someone else's life. And for all the others, yeah, misery loves company. Do not be a part of that, because what you're going to find out is that now you're miserable and you're going to be looking for company, and nobody's going to want to be around your ass because you're negative. You're being negative. And Trump is negative, and I think a lot of the negative energy that Trump is carrying around with him is affecting this country, and if not the world. And yeah, they put that big old billboard up saying "We will kill Trump." That's a quote. That's on the freaking billboard, and anybody can Google it and go find that billboard with Trump laying in a casket on the billboard over there in Resolution Square, I believe, in Iran somewhere. But you said something. People are dying for Trump. That sounds like a telethon. Remember Jerry Lewis used to have little telethons going on?
Yeah.
But that sounded like one, dying for Trump. Nobody wants to die for Trump, but
Yes.
take a moment to go out and enjoy the view, smell the coffee, watch the birds fly, see what they do. People are acting like all kinds of crazy shit's going on in the world, but it's like, no, you never really stop to realize what's going on in the world. It's not crazy. That's been happening. Shawn and I have been around for a million years, right, Shawn? We know stuff happens, My daughter came to me the other day and she's like, oh my God, the rain is doing this and it's doing that. I'm like, that is not unusual. That is not unusual. But yeah, take a moment and enjoy the view, smell the coffee, take a deep breath and relax, because it's not that serious. What's important, what's serious is the fact that you are here. I am happy to see myself, what I look like with gray hair. I mean, I'm totally against the gray hair, but it's here, so live with it, deal with it. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to see the little fine wrinkles that I'm getting, on my face and what have you. I'm okay with all of that. I don't care about people knowing how old I am. People get, pissed off and upset about little simple things. Let that go. And
Right.
Shawn, I don't know what happened to you, but I'm glad to see that you're letting it go. Whatever. Maybe your wife didn't give you any last night. I don't know. And y'all got upset. I don't
Well,
know.
I
But
woke up this. I woke up this
whatever it
morning
is, I'm
and
glad to see it's rolling off your shoulders. What?
yeah, thank you. What it was I checked my blood pressure and it was 120/80. So, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. We'll play some music and we're gonna jump right into the morning buzz at 16 minutes after the hour. Welcome, guys. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, fixing the wake up team with this queen right here, Janice with the queen, Miss Miko. It's your boy Harvey. Let's go.
Yes, yes, yes. Shawn, before we jump into the morning buzz, I just want to say the Godfather said, how many summers do you think you have left? So far, this is what, 61 for you, right? How many
Yeah.
more summers do you think you have left?
Okay, so I would to answer that question, I would say the how many summers I have left is this summer right here. That's all the summers I have left because I don't control what's going on in the future. I have no, I can't give you to the Godfather solo. I can't give you an exact number. Of course, I want 35 more summers. I get that. But you know what? This summer right here is the only summer that I have because
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening tomorrow.
right.
Yesterday's not here. Today's the present. Tomorrow's a mystery. I mean, to answer the question, this summer right here.
This
That's
summer.
how many summers I have. Thank
Well,
God for Jesus for today.
but that's a good question because I often ask myself, how long do I want to live? I mean, that's not what he asked, but that makes me think about that. How long do I want to live? And I've seen some people who are, in their late 90s and over 100, and I'm thinking, I don't think I want to live like that. If I'm thinking of the actor who died. I cannot remember his name. Big actor. We all know him. His kids are actors. Oh God, his son was on Two and a Half Men. That the father of them. I can't remember his name, but I saw a video of him before he passed away a few years ago, and he's in a wheelchair, and he just looked like the skin and everything was just like he looked like he was decomposing. And I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I don't want to live, that long where I actually look like I'm decomposing in the freaking wheelchair. Okay.
Well,
But how many summers do I have left? I don't know. As long as I can sit and talk and be vibrant and active and, and I got my head straight and everything, I'm good. But when I
yeah.
started to go down that hill,
Well,
my,
again, and thanks for
no.
sharing. Listen, it's really not that. That is a very good question by the Godfather Soul. And like I said, I just to answer this just this summer right here because I don't know what's going on in the future. But the whole thing is, it's where your acceptance level is in life. See, that's the one freedom of time is you at some point. I don't care how much you resist before we start the show, you
Uh-huh.
have to have acceptance of time that you can't control. That's something you can't control. So if you got acceptance and know the fact that you ain't gonna be here forever, and know that your time's gonna is coming one day,
One
it
day.
takes a lot of that pressure off of, boy, I want to live a long time. No, we live in right now in the day in this moment because there are people who we've all been born at the same time and all us at the same age bracket that are no longer here that wish they were here.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to time and how long you want to live, the basics is where's your acceptance level at, knowing that you can't be here forever? See, and once you embrace that, and once you accept the fact that you can accept the fact that you're not going to be here, I think it gives you an ultimate freedom. And it eliminates the fear, because some people, they gotta fear dying, they gotta fear this and the fear that. Acceptance takes all that away. So as you get older, it's the stage of your life. Well, come on, life, it goes in stages. When you was 8, 9 to 10 years old, you thought you lived forever. You didn't care nothing about that. And as you got older, you see, well, okay, people start dying around you, and a lot of things start happening, and that's some of the indicators of now it's time to accept your fate. And once you can do that, you find. Thank God for Jesus has put me in the place to where I have 100% acceptance at the age of 61 that this is it. So if this is it, just try to live so much as you can in peace, because that's what it is. Where's your, in the chat room, before I yield to Janice, where's your acceptance level at? Are you a 10? Are you accepting the fact that you are not going to be here? And have comfort with that, and knowing that it's okay. Acceptance eliminates the fear, because if you are fearful of dying and not being here and not being along with us, it's almost a selfish act.
I want to add to that, Shawn. Okay, because that's something else that I've thought about as well. You know you're gonna die, like you said. You know you're gonna die, right? It's best to accept it so that when that time comes, you transition peacefully. Because can you imagine you get to the other side, and when you get to the other side, you're like, all of a sudden you're there, and it's like you're freaking out, and everybody else is looking at you like, what the hell is wrong with this person, But yeah, I think that you should. I definitely agree with you. Accept it. But me, I'm going back and forth. One day I'm like, man, I'm ready. I'm good. I got this. Okay. And when it happens, it happens. And then there's other day like, well, no, I ain't ready to go right now. So I just want to live my life. No, I ain't ready to go. I'm going to fight. I'm going to be terrified. But I'm learning how to accept it.
Yeah. You have to accept it. It's death is a part of life. And on top of that, I think it's a humbling experience that we lived a life. Remember, we are literally 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
We are 1 in a billion to be conceived by our parents to be on this earth. You know how many billions of people are on socks and t-shirts?
And because they don't do milkshake, do milk cartons anymore?
You know how many people are on stomachs and foreheads?
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying.
Do you know how many people are on socks and t-shirts and chins in the White Stone movie theater? Do you know how many people are on sinks?
Okay, Shawn has lost me there in the White Stone Theater.
You know how I'm referring to the sperm. The sperm.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. All right, I'm learning.
You know how much sperm? See, but you know what? We was that one sperm that survived the movie theater, the t-shirts, the socks, the floors, the foreheads, the stomachs, the couches, outside grass, hotel lobbies, in the bathrooms. You know how many humans are in bathrooms right now? Hold on, Janice. And then your punk ass is worrying about dying. You could have been dead in the bathroom somewhere in a hotel and at the Alps in the Bronx, New York. Next time your ass think about dying, and next time you're in a hotel room, look at the sheets and go, there's a lot of dead bodies here on these sheets.
Yes, a lot of dead bodies. Wow, we really where did we go on that one? Okay,
we're talking about acceptance. So There, but for the grace of God, whoever's listening to this show, know this. Don't worry about dying. You could have been on a sock 60 years ago. You could have been in the rent cycle.
Woo! Instant death. Okay. Shawn.
You could have been in somebody's ear.
Okay, Shawn.
Janice, you know how many kids I put in somebody's ear?
Yo, he's telling all his secrets. He's telling his secrets, y'all. Shawn telling all his business now. He missed the hole, found the wrong hole. Wow.
And y'all worrying about dying. That's the last thing y'all should be worrying about.
Well, for some people, yes. But for others, they have just cause to
welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team with this Queen Janice. Don't forget, guys, at the end of the month of August, we're live at the Comedy in Harlem for the day party Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team. Janice, what they saying in the chat room? I don't know.
Well, basically, some of them are just agreeing with you, and some are going, "Ew," you know.
Oh God. So shout out to all our parents who gave us mercy and clemency, and they allowed us to incubate, and now we're here.
And now we're here.
So everybody, whether if you have a relationship with your parent or not, or if your parent is gone or still here, let's give the parents, the dads, especially dads. Let's give dads a round of applause.
Yes.
Because you know how many babies dads have killed, Janice? A lot of, and murdered them in their hands. A lot of dads, a lot of dead babies on dad's hands.
Shawn is cracking up.
But you're worrying about how long you want to live. Especially to the men. Men are worrying about how long they're gonna live, and you got 17 million dead babies on your right or left hand.
Oh boy.
Think about that. I'm sorry, we went down a rabbit hole, right?
You did.
Okay. Let's go to one of those. Hold on, before we do that. Morning buzz.
Morning buzz. Let's get into it, okay? This is what happened while we were away. Tuesday. A fatal police shooting of Corey Ruiz took place in Madison, Wisconsin on July.
Hold on. Princess said right hand.
Right hand man, okay.
Janice, I'm sorry, Janice.
No,
I'm sorry. I should have never looked at that chat. I'm sorry, Janice. I apologize. You got the morning bug. He wrote right hand. He is so honest. How many babies you killed, man? Oh my God. I'm sorry, Janice. I should have never looked at that.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I apologize.
Okay.
Princess is stupid right now. I'm sorry, Janice.
Yes, that's okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Shawn has left the building.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Because I think about my own right hand. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I almost made me cry. That's funny, man.
Remind me not to shake your hand.
Oh my God.
You ain't gotta remind me.
Oh man.
All right.
Princes ain't shit, man. Oh man.
Oh, yes,
I'm sorry.
Jackson, I agree with you. Oh.
Continue. All right.
So, officers
Continue.
responded to reports of Corey and was attempting to enter. The reports were saying that Corey was attempting to empty the vehicles, and so the police later confronted Corey, but he fled on a bicycle. But they caught up to him, and according to the Madison police, Ruiz produced a knife during the struggle and stabbed or cut one of the officers. Okay, all of this is alleged. Officers first deployed a taser, but they say that it was ineffective. Okay, remember that officers tased him, and they said that it was ineffective. I'm going to show you a video in a minute so that you can see. According to the video, it looks like it was effective to me. A fellow officer then fired multiple shots into Corey Ruiz after that. 3 shots you will be able to hear ring out. Okay. Spectators are saying that he was shot 3 times in the head. Okay. Corey Ruiz was shot 3 times in the head.
What?
What?
You said he was shot 3 times in the head?
That's what the reports are saying. That's what the social media video and whatever you're saying. Now, one of the central points of the controversy is that the cell phone videos that appears to show Corey being shot 3 times in the head at close range while he was on the ground struggling with officers. Madison police officers, they do not routinely wear body cams, so there is no police body footage of this incident happening. So, because there's no footage, camera footage, the public is relying on the primary bystander cell phone videos that's floating around on social media, which the video rapidly spread around social media, and people are now protesting in Wisconsin the lack of transparency and the deadly force that was, that taking place. Shawn, show the video. The video is a I believe a former police officer or a police officer, and he's talking about it, and he slows the video down to show us what occurred. Please show that first video that I put up.
I'm going to do 2 clips, one at full speed, and I want you to pay attention to how much time there is between the female officer saying, taser, 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 and when the heavy set officer, who at first is knee down on the ground, gets up and pulls his firearm. I want you to count how many seconds it is from her saying she's about to fire her taser to him firing his pistol. That was about 3 seconds from when she said, I'm firing my taser, to when that other officer fired his firearm. Now let's watch it in slow motion and see if you caught what else is happening after she fires her taser. He's standing, she fires the taser, and what happens? He goes down to the ground pretty easily. And there we have our execution.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh my God.
I'm going to leave that there for just a minute, just in case you want to show it again.
God.
But isn't that crazy? He went down. He's almost in a fetal position, and then you hear the gunshots. He wasn't resisting at that point in time after she tasered him. What the heck? What the heck? Protest, yes. More than that has to be done. There's another video I want to show y'all, but not yet. Go ahead.
Wow. First of all, just for the record, I didn't look in the chat room because I don't want to see what they're talking about, because that Princess thing is still got me tripping. This right here, though, when did this happen, Janice?
Tuesday, July 22nd, because today is Thursday, right? What's today? It happened July 22nd.
Okay, so let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. The Madison Police Department administration in Madison, Wisconsin. This was Madison, Wisconsin, right?
Yes.
They should all be fired. They broke so many laws. Why do your officers don't have body cam? I don't understand that. I think, I don't know if that's mandated by the Fed government that the city and the state police officers should have body camera. I don't understand why a metropolitan area, even though it's not a big city, but it's still, a heavily populated I could find out what's the
Because they got
population.
something
Let's see what the population is of Madison, Wisconsin. Let's see. What's the population of Madison, Wisconsin?
The estimated population of Madison, Wisconsin is 286,233. The broader metropolitan area has about 709,685 residents.
So between 250 and 700,000 people in the whole metropolitan area. And Madison, Wisconsin, with a population of over 200,000, the police officers don't have body cam. That's the first red flag. Everyone should get fired. Two, for all these police officers to jump on this man, right, which they have the right to do to protect themselves. We get that. They outnumbered the guy. They put him down to the ground. The young police, the female police officer tases him. That puts him on the ground. We clearly saw the video. And the other police officer who shot this man 3 times in the head, that is murder.
Yes, yes.
Let
me just step in for just 1 minute, Shawn, and say it hasn't been confirmed yet. Everything's alleged, but the people who were there who saw this, they said that man was shot in the head at close range 3 times. Okay?
And I'm sorry, what did the officers say? What did the department say behind that?
They're investigating the situation, which I have a video, okay, of a protester who was there at the when the moment that they gave the whatchamacallit, the speech or whatever. You want to play it, Shawn? It's a second video that I put up. It's the second.
Trust in the city right now did not start.
Well, we can shut this down. You can stop talking because we don't want to hear anything you've been saying. You're going to say the same thing you all say every time a black body gets shot down in this city. This is a corrupt city. That's right. Have no fear. The anti-Zionist is here. You understand me? You won't be able to talk today because I'm going to keep talking. We have the power. Not that badge, not that weapon. We have the power. The city of Madison is corrupt. From the DA to the Department of Independent Monitoring. We don't want any of that talk. You've given us this speech with "you'll deliver justice." Oh, we've seen the cameras. We've seen it was a knife in this young man's hand. We don't want to hear that today. We didn't want to hear it put on George Floyd's neck, and we don't want to hear it today. What do you have to say about that? No. Oh, you don't get to talk, I said. Right. Go ahead.
I'll step aside.
That's right. Oh, give me this microphone then. Excuse me. That's right. My name is Carlos. I represent AFTAP. All power to all people. Zero power to Zionists. Zero power to capitalists. Zero power to colonialism.
People are upset, okay? The protesters are upset, pissed off after these videos have been circulating of what happened, and now you have people breaking it down, in slow motion. Something better happen. They better do something quick.
Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team. 100 years running. God bless. This is the Queen Janice, also the Queen Miss Miko. That's your boy Harvey. Don't forget Saturday. I'm going on a mass promotional run starting today. I know I said yesterday. I got too busy. We're going to go straight 31 days of promotion. You guys come on out. Comedy in Harlem. That's August 29th. I'm sorry. Day party. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team. Come on out. Fellowship with your boy. Janice will be there. Miss Miko. And you especially. We want you guys there. So come on out. Hang out. Some of y'all has already paid, and we truly appreciate you for that. And it helps the show. It monetizes the show, and it gives us a chance to all get together in fellowship. Now, to this young man who raced to the podium, New York City, he would have got beat up and arrested. But you can't race to the podium like that. But he did, and he had valid points, and he shut down the representative, the police commissioner, whoever that was, because they was going to say the same rhetoric, the same prepared speech that they always do. Maybe sometimes they got to say this same speech for legal reasons. I don't know why, but this police chief was interrupted, rightfully so, because he was going to start up again with the bullshit. And thank God that someone took video of this.
Yes.
That's like, remember back in the day when the black man was running through the park and the officer from Cleveland shot him in the back.
In the back, yes, I definitely
Remember that, guys? And the guy was videotaping it, and
Yes.
that police officer would have got off scot-free if it wasn't for that video. Put them on chat room if you remember that incident. I can't remember the name of the whole thing.
I remember that.
And now this time, it's the same thing. This officer has committed cold-blooded murder. There was no reason for him, and this was a black man?
What?
The man that got murdered.
Yeah. It's a black dude.
So this is a black man.
30. I believe he was about 30 years old. Also, Shawn.
Who got tased, and he's going down to the ground. He's going down to the ground with other officers around him. The taser was enough; it neutralized him, and this man shot him in the head 3 times. And somebody videotaped this. This officer should be in jail right now. This officer should be in jail right now for murder.
Right.
We have to follow this case. This happened on Tuesday. I didn't even know nothing about this. Thank you for making this story for us to be all aware of it. But this is a tragedy, but most importantly, this is a murder. This was a cold murder, and it's caught on video. There is no reason for this officer to shoot this man 3 times in the head when he was already detained, almost detained.
Yes.
There's no investigating. This man should be locked up in jail right now. Hey, listen, good morning to everyone in the chat room. I want to see the hearts in the chat room, guys. Where the hearts at? It's 42 minutes after the hour. We're in the morning buzz. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turn down for what? For what? Where the hearts at in the chat room? Turn down for what? For what? Good, Janice. What else you have?
Well, I just want to say that family members and activists are demanding that the officers be criminally charged. Okay, and the protests erupted, and we already know that right now. People are marching in the streets there. Okay. Shawn,
they got a march in the street. We need Al Sharpton, Ben Crump. We need all our usual heroes to go out there and represent us as well. There got to be charges filed with this police officer. There is no other. There's no other conclusion to this. This man pulled out his gun, shot him 3 times in the head. That's murder.
Yes. And let me add that Corey Ruiz has a a criminal record. So they say. I haven't done any, thorough investigating. So allegedly he has. That doesn't mean anything. They're going to try to use that as an excuse, is what I want to point out.
No, I don't care.
Some people may say that it was justifiable because he was doing wrong. He was, they don't know what this man was doing.
It doesn't matter. Right, I get it. That part doesn't matter. You can see in the video that he was down on the ground because he was tased. Lethal force at that point was not necessary. I don't get no. His past had nothing to do with him getting murdered.
Put your dance emojis in the chat. Come on, everybody. Put your dance emojis in the chat. Friday, hey, now, Friday, come on, put your dancing, come on, dance emojis, nobody put dance emojis.
Let's dance on August 29th, man, let's party, we're gonna hear some feel-good music, we want you in the building, come on out, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. We're going to fellowship on Saturday, the 29th. I want to see everyone in the building.
Yes.
Come on out. Let's fellowship and show love. Go ahead, Janice.
Yes. All right. Yes. Let's do that on August 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. And if you do come out, be aware that New York City has a recall on cannabis. Okay, so for all of my people out there who like to partake in a little bit of edibles or vaping and things like that, there is a recall. Now, let me find out here. Say yes. New York State Offices of Cannabis Management issued a major warning recall affecting 55 products. Okay, lots of flowers, pre-rolls, vapes, and infused products tested by Keystone Tate Testing in New York. Okay, so they're saying there's a recall. If you do partake in any of those products, check your products. Now, this is what they're saying that they have on it. Give me a minute right here, okay? The lab provided, let's see, testing. Oh, hold on. Heavy metals is what they're saying that's in there. Heavy metals were found in there. Mildew is found on some of the products. So let me see where the products are from. I can't tell. I'm sorry. I'm just like looking this up real quick, and there's a whole lot of it. Cannabis products recall occur when the state's regulation of business remove unsafe items due to issues like mold, okay, pesticides, bad lab resorts, things of that nature. So if you do partake in any of those things, look it up, do some research, and make sure that you're not, partaking in something that is poisonous and can harm you. Okay, that was a brief little message that I saw, and I just wanted to bring it up. I don't partake any longer, but if you do, be careful. Okay, and that is my PSA for the day. Okay, Warning Buzz is over. Today is now. That was my PSA. Oh, wait, one more thing. If you need help, call the Poison Center at 800-222-1222. That's 800-222-1222 if you need help, if you feel sick or anything like that after digesting something, okay? All right, there you go. There you go, Shawn.
I'm going to play this song one more time.
Hey, yeah, Jones, thank you.
Toot, beep, beep. What song was that?
That's Dinah Summers.
Okay.
Bad girl. Talking sad girl. That's what that is.
Sad girl.
Yeah.
Talking about bad girl. Late at night when streets is hot.
Friday night and the streets are hot.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up all kinds of strangers if the price is right. Go ahead, Shawn.
You could continue on. Okay. What was it in New York? What did New York call it?
Cannabis. A cannabis warning. Poisonous. Okay. Cannabis on the streets.
She also used the term cannabis recall. And this is what your punk asses get in New York. And all you people out there with the cannabis and you stand because of weed is illegal now. Marijuana is a drug. It's just like any other drug. Everybody's talking about healing properties. No, it's addictive, just like any other drug, and it turns your fingernails real. Remember back in the day, they had the thumb and the pointer finger. You had those permanent stains.
The residue, yeah.
Put a number one chat room if y'all know somebody. There's one person in all our lives that got that. Janice, you know what I'm talking about, right? The
residue, the brown residue on the fingers, yes.
Yeah, and then the lips are discolorized. Like, y'all, put a number one chat room if y'all know somebody. You know what I'm talking about? But what I will give credit to them though about the people with the stained fingers is that they were smoking real weed outside in the streets.
Yes, when the seed would pop in your face,
Right, the old school weed, and you got it. You went into a almost an abandoned building, and you put your little $5, $10 in the door, and they spit out the weed.
What $3? Remember they had tray bags too back then.
Yeah, they had the tray bag, the nickel bags, and this bag and that bag. And you grabbed your bag, and you was kind of a little paranoid, and you came out the weed spot, and everybody knew you, and you ran your punk ass in the house, and you lit your weed, and next thing you know, you're on you're in the Matrix, and you would get high, and we mind our business, and then they legalized weed, and now all of a sudden, you are smoking weed and flour, and baking soda, and cookies, and brownies. You ain't no real drug addict.
Let me just say, I went to this restaurant Oh my God. They made infused hot wings. Man, that's a shame. They should not have done that because those wings were, of course I had one. Those wings were so good. Like you can't just eat one of them, but you have to, because like you can't overdo it, but those wings were really good. But anyway, I just wanted to say they were really
See,
good.
the problem what I have with this is you're disrespecting old school drug addicts like me. When
Somebody
we did drugs, it was live or die. We were on we were on the cusp of being homeless. I've been homeless too. Like we
Yes.
did drugs to do drugs. Or if you had the people that did drugs, they at least maintained it enough to where their life didn't become unmanageable and they were still functional addicts and they went to work every day. And then you had crackheads and everybody else doing, smoking. And then 2 generations later, you have heavy mildew and metal and cookies. And you go into a reception area to pick up your drugs.
But now let me interrupt you, Shawn. Okay, 1 second. Hold that thought. Vanetta said she doesn't know anything about the residue on the finger, the brown stuff, right? Is that's like the residue from the roach, like smoking the roach.
Well, then Vanetta George, then that's very disappointing. You lose half a point on your hood card. Everybody knows everybody that got. So Vanetta, do you know somebody that was in your family or you've been around your entire life that was a heavy weed smoker? Because if they were a heavy weed smoker, they got the residue. Now back to people going into reception areas to get your little flower. Back to smoking your vape. And if you're a man and you sucking on a vape pipe, that's a big pause, bro. That's like eating the glizzy. If you're a grown-ass man and you're sucking on a vape pipe, that's gay as hell to me. No disrespect to the gay folks.
Here we go.
Out there with the government giving you weed, and now they have a recall on your stupid weed because you injecting your weed in cookies and flowers and you think that's cute. You're disrespecting the old school drug addict. You can't have it both ways. No recall on the cannabis, because when we got high back in the day, we knew what it was. It was just weed. Today, y'all got a problem. Y'all got everything is laced with fentanyl and all that stuff, and you can die.
Yeah.
So if you sit there and allow a cannabis recall from New York State, you out of your mind. And plus, you go into these cannabis places to buy weed, the price is marked up. I say support your local drug dealer, the guy that's still on the corner, that's 45 years old, that's still selling weed. And that's the thing. You
still support the mom and pops, right?
if you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s and you're still smoking weed, what is wrong with you? Are you out of your mind?
See, that's why they did
not take that type of smoke when you're 60 years old, when you're 40 years old, when you're 50 years old. Weed is something from the age of 17 to 25. After that, you should be done with that.
Yes.
What are you doing? And for New York State to recall weed and vapes and all this metal and mildew in your room, and you're picking up your weed in the reception area, you're a punk ass drug user. When I got high. I was out in the streets. How you gonna go in the reception area and pick up your cookies and say that you a drug addict? What's wrong?
So you supported the mom and pop shops back in the day.
I support the guy that sold the weed out in the street, and that's what he did. And if there are guys that are still out there that are selling weed, I salute you. But now they put weed in different wrappers and bubblegum wrappers, and weed is very colorful now, and you can order your weed online. And what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Who orders their drugs online?
Yeah, you can order it online.
When I did my drugs back in the day in the 80s, it was life and death. Janice, you know how many times I got robbed when I was doing drugs back in the day?
No. How many times? A lot.
I lost count. I give you one example. One day I went to go cop some crap, right? And it was my last $20 or $30 back then. Guys, if you don't know, I used to be a crackhead back in the days when I was in my early 20s. I've been clean from drugs for about 37 years now.
Oh man, that reminds me of the guy who wanted change for the $5 and the car took off.
Yeah, I was that guy. I was that guy. And Janice, one time I went to cop the drugs. I had $30, and that was a lot of money back in those days. And I went upstairs to the second floor. The dude gave me the drugs, right? I remember, I read because it was on a Friday. It was early on a Friday. It was like Friday, 5 o'clock in the evening. I don't know how I got that money. And Janice, I get the crack. I turn around to walk out the building, down the steps.
Yeah.
There's a dude there. He pulls out a handgun on me, Janice.
What?
He pulls out a handgun and he said, "Yo, just give me that. You know what it is."
Wow.
We don't even have to go any further with this. Just that's what he said to me. He said, "Just hand that over, bro." And he pointed the gun right to the side of my stomach. And it was almost like a casual encounter. It was almost robotic.
Because you were one of those, hey, what's up, man? You know, you speaking to a stranger.
Yeah, and the only thing I did say was like, "Oh man, come on, man!" Like that was my only resistance. And then I hand over the 3 bottles. He took it, and we sort of walked out the building together. I went my way, and I went in. Now that's drug selling and drug doing, not being in no reception area ordering your punk ass flower. That's laced in mildew and heavy metal.
Well, have you ever been into one of those shops, Shawn, that they have now, the cannabis store? Have you ever been in one?
I refuse. Well, I don't do drugs no more. I don't drink. You know me, guys. You know I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do that stuff. I would, but to honor my fellow drug addicts who have passed on, and that's another thing, Janice. I'm the last surviving member of the people that I smoked crack and did drugs with. I'm the last. Don't give me a round of applause. I'm the last. Yes. They all that. My man Jigger was the last one. He was the last crackhead that died last summer. And how can I honor my fellow crackheads and drug addicts from back in the day by going into a reception area with plants in there and a couch to pick up my drugs?
And a black light.
When I used to cop drugs, I used to run into a hallway and be like, yo, hurry up, let me get that. And I would look behind me and it was a paranoid situation, and I would get the drugs and I would run outside and I would look both ways and run across the street. That's the way you cop drugs. I'm going through a revolving door.
Yeah.
With a parking lot to pick up drugs.
Yeah.
You are a disgrace to everyone that uses drugs right now. A disgrace.
Well, Shawn, let me interrupt.
Janice, have you ever copped crack in a dirty hallway in the Bronx back in the day?
Shawn, I've never, ever. I've never, ever. Okay. Weed is it for me. Weed and alcohol. That's as far as I took it. Okay. No.
What else you got?
Well, before we leave, because it is after 9 o'clock, I would like if you would just show that video one last time, because I want everybody to, remember, like you said, what happened. And we need to protest. We need to call the Senate. We need to call whoever, do whatever to make sure that this family is justified. Okay.
Princess asks, he says, Harv, that's another thing. They used to call me Harv back in the days. I might want everybody to start calling me Harv again. I don't like Shawn.
Harv.
I like Harv better. They used to call me Harv back in the day. I might have to go back to Harv. Did you go to rehab? No, Princess, I never went to rehab. I would relapse. And then a friend of mine introduced me. I went to Narcotics Anonymous for a couple of years when I first got clean. And I did that, but I never went to a rehab. And then I got clean after relapsing about 38 times. But remember, I was a young crackhead back in those days. I was very young. So I was a young drug addict. You would look at me now and go, you never did drugs, but that was me. And that's one of the reasons why when we talked about acceptance back in the day, you talked about acceptance at the beginning of the show. That's one of the reasons why I'm still on this planet, because if I kept doing drugs the way I did it back in those days, I wouldn't be here. And I got clean very young. I was still in my 20s when I got clean, and I've stayed clean since. So it's been a long time for drugs. And then I stopped drinking 12 years ago. So that's my whole story.
Well, I want to bring that back because, again, it's the end of the show, and I just want to bring it back to acceptance, enjoy the view, smell the coffee and things like that, because you never know when it's your last time. If you just relax. If you are stressed out about something, if you're angry with someone about something, just let it go. Just let it go. Like Shawn was saying at the beginning of the show, just relax and let it go. And again, Shawn, I just want you to show the video of what happened in Wisconsin, because I would like for people to just remember, and pass the word, spread the word on. Like this is happening again, and we have proof. If no one videoed this, we wouldn't know. But this dude slowed it down so that we can see. She tased him, and she even called out, taser, taser, taser. Okay, so please just show that one more time before we're out of here, if you don't mind.
Shout out to Mike Dixon. Mike, where's Tamiko, bro? What did you do to Tamiko? Where is she? Mike, how hilarious is that, Janice, that Mike Dixon, Tamiko's husband, is in the chat room and Tamiko's nowhere to be found? I don't understand.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do two clips, one at full speed, and I want you to pay attention to how much time there is between the female officer saying, taser, 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 and when the heavy set officer, who at first is knee down on the ground, gets up and pulls his firearm. I want you to count how many seconds it is from her saying she's about to fire her taser to him firing his pistol. That was about 3 seconds from when she said, I'm firing my taser, to when that other officer fired his firearm. Now let's watch it in slow motion and see if you caught what else is happening after she fires her taser. He's standing, she fires the taser, and what happens? He goes down to the ground pretty easily. And there we have our execution.
Yes. So again, just, carry that with you over the weekend. Share.
No, I didn't. Hold on, Janice. No, I didn't. What I did was I forgot to tell you that I emailed it to you. Check your email. Check your email real quick and come into the room real quick, because we very. I use Miss Miko, whatever that is. Come in real quick, because Jan, we got to leave, but come on in real quick. Now, guys, Miko's gonna come in a few minutes, but Janice gives a good point. We got to remember this. This is a story that we must follow. There must be justice for this young man, for real, because this man was murdered in the streets by a police officer. We can't let this one go. This was a cold-blooded murder for to end the show today. Please, we have to stay on top of this.
Just like that guy said, the protester said, they told us the same story when it was George Floyd. Like, come on, enough is enough already.
Miko, you come in the room. I'm in the room. She said she's in the room.
Well, I see her name, but it's just a black screen.
Miko, where are you? We want to say, before we get out of here, we want to say what's up to Miss Miko, but let's see real quick. But back to this. This is very important. Janice is absolutely right, guys. Like, let's follow this story. You can say something real quick then.
Well, I'm talking through the phone now. When I picked up my phone, the other one hung up.
You wanna hang up and try one more time?
Let me try to open the StreamYard link another way.
Oh, let me see. Yeah.
Let me try to open it another way.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here. I think Janice got to go, but I'm gonna stay and wait for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna run. Okay, and I leave the video off.
Janice, this is a very. I know we got to leave. I'm gonna wait for Miko for 5 minutes, but this is a very important story that we need to follow, guys, on a fallback Friday.
Yes.
All right, put a number one chat when you enjoyed the show today. Put a number two if you did.
Yeah.
All right, Janice got to leave. I'm gonna wait for Miko for 5 minutes. Guys, we are off next week.
Yes.
We
Peace and love, everybody. Take some time to enjoy the view.
Janice and Miko will be back to hold the show down. All right, Janice, I'll talk to you later on today.
All right, peace and love, everybody. Take some time to enjoy the view, smell the coffee, or the roses, whichever it is.
Let me see if Miss Miko will come into the room real quick. We're going to do an extended version. And I want to apologize to Miss Miko because I should have notified her that, let me send her the link again. I should have notified her that I sent her the link via email. So let me see if I can send it back to her real quick. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I want to see if I can. Guys, don't go nowhere real quick. Let's see. I just sent her the link again. Let's see if we can get Miss Miko in here, just to say a few words, just to show some love. And I do want to apologize to Miko. What I should have did was text her that I emailed it to her instead of, sending it through her via a text message. So let me just see real quick. I want to see if Miko can join 13 minutes after the hour. And guys, I ain't gonna be around for a few weeks, so this is gonna be. I sent you I sent a different link. Oh, okay. There you go. There she go. Hold on.
Hey guys, I only have a few minutes. I have a meeting in like 10
Miss
minutes.
Miko, I want to apologize because I should have texted you that I emailed you the link.
Oh, I was looking for it. I was like, what the hell is going on with Shawn?
Yeah, my fault. Miko, go ahead, say something. Do a story. Do whatever.
Hi guys,
first of all, it's good to see you.
It's Friday. I only have a few minutes. I don't have too much to really talk about. I want to say I miss you guys. I can't wait to be on a show with Miss Janice. And the next time that we're all together, me and Miss Janice, we're going to hold down the fort. Remember how me and Cindy J did it back in the days?
Yeah.
We're going to do it like that, but on another level. So I just can't wait to hang out with y'all. We gonna keep showing out the way. We just going to run it the way we want to run it. So send me y'all stories what y'all want to talk about. What else y'all was talking about today?
Miss Miko, Janice brought up a really good New York City recalled the cannabis. When the people go into the reception area and they get their cannabis, the legal weed.
Yeah, what happened?
They found heavy metal and mildew and all type of other weirdness.
That's why you got to mess with Raheem on the corner.
That's what I was saying.
You can't trust the government when they giving you something they not supposed to be giving you. Nah, that's all tainted. I'm gonna go to my corner boy all day. Nah.
Miko, I was just saying that. Like you gotta go back to the old school dude. Like you said, right? He's 45 years old. He's never let you down.
Yep.
He's been committed to the streets. He's been giving you that weed that you've been enjoying for years, but then you act dope and register your punk ass with the state of New York, Pennsylvania,
giving them all your business, giving them all your business.
And then then they mark up the price for your little weed when you can still, like Rico said, you could go to Raheem, get that bag for $30. But if you go in the dispensary, that bag is $43.
Yep.
And the weed is trash. Everybody, I don't smoke weed, but everybody I get in contact with say, yo, that weed is trash. Yep. And I'll be like, why y'all keep going back in there? And on top of that, Miss Miko, I'm gonna hear your thoughts on this real quick. I think at a certain age, why are we smoking weed? Why are you 51 smoking? Why are you 51?
They said weed has certain health benefits. It helps with memory, like it helps you with your Alzheimer's and all that stuff. So I think weed is okay. It's the other stuff you gotta look out for. I don't think you should do crack at 70, but weed is okay.
I don't know, Miss Miko. I beg to differ.
It's medicinal. The weed is nothing but grass from the earth. They don't make that in a lab.
No, it's more than that.
No extra
Miss Miko, it's more than that. But before I debate you on that one, here's some shocking news for the show. A lot of people, I think they left already. I don't know. We're still on the air though. I don't know if they're guys. Are
you people still there?
Are they still there?
People still there? Yeah.
Before you go, and it's good to see you. Here's the thing. It was some shocking news on this show today that I couldn't even grasp onto or comprehend. I asked everybody in the chat room, do they know somebody that smoked heavy weed that had the stain fingers? You know, the thumb and the point, you know, they smoke a lot of weed.
Mm-hmm.
You ever met somebody that smoked a lot of weed and they got the stain on the thumbs and the
No, the people I know smoke weed, they have black lips.
Okay, or black lips.
Yeah.
So Vanetta George in the chat room says she's never encountered anybody with the stains on the fingers and nothing like that. And I think that that's a disservice to us in our culture. We got to know at least one weed head, whether they related to you or not. You got to know one weed head, but you got to know a weed head that got the stain on the fingers or the discolor on the lips.
Right.
If you're actually disrespecting your black culture if you don't know a weed head with the stained lips and the stained.
But I don't. I'm thinking I don't.
So you don't know anybody that got the lips or the stain on the fingers?
I know somebody. I knew someone that had the lips, but now there's something that you can put on your lips to get it back regular. His lips was really, really, really like burnt and dark, but he's been using some type of, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a beauty balm, whatever, but his lips came back to the natural color. But no, I don't know him with no burnt fingers. I don't know that.
You know, this, Miss Miko?
Nah.
Miss Miko, I don't know.
Like that. Not now in 2026, maybe back in 1999, but not now.
And then we, just to recap, we talked about you know, this war that's going on with Donald Trump and, you know, folks out there dying, but that's it's a feel good Friday. I don't want to get into all that. But guys, be careful out there this weekend. You got the world famous Miss Miko in the building. Yeah, and I think that's it. I mean, I don't know. I got some wait, Miss Miko, before you go, I got some funny look. I got this thing right here. I'm fascinated about the subway in New York City. And here go the first video. What's your thoughts, Miss Miko?
About the fact that I'm stressing right now and I need a cigarette? Yo, who got a cigarette? That's all y'all got. Y'all ignoring me. Stop ignoring me. I'm worthy of your cigarette. Give it to me. Give me Siggy. Please. I had a stressful day. My heart needs a cigarette. I know we all may not smoke cigarette, but somebody got that shit in here. I'll trade. I'll give my life away for that cigarette. You need my soul? Come get it.
Life is hard. He need that cigarette. He need that ciggy. But you know, one thing about New York, they ain't give you no damn cigarette. It costs too much. Bro, that help you. That costs too much. No. How much is a pack of cigarettes? For those smokers in the chat room, how much is a pack of cigarettes these days?
I don't know. Let's see. That's a good question. I don't know. Let's see.
It gotta be like, I would say it's like maybe like $12.
That's crazy.
What you think, Shawn?
How much is a pack of Newport cigarettes in New York City or throughout the country?
In New York City, a pack of Newport cigarettes usually costs between $15 and $18 because of taxes. Nationally, they average around $10.20 to $11.42, varying from about $8 in Missouri to over $14.50 in New York State.
That's great. I said $12. $15.
To $18.
How many cigarettes come in that pack? Like 6?
No.
10?
How many cigarettes come in a pack of Newports? I think it's about 12, 18.
A standard pack of Newport cigarettes has 20 cigarettes.
20.
Oh, okay. That's crazy though.
So that's almost $1 a cigarette.
That's crazy.
But how much of the do they still sell Lucy's?
They're not supposed to, but they do.
Oh, let's see. Do they still sell Lucy cigarettes in New York City?
Yes, Lucy cigarettes, also known as Lucy's, are still sold, but only informally and under the counter at some bodegas in New York City. However, this practice is illegal.
Yo, this bitch know everything.
Told you, yo.
You listen, and then let's just real quick before we get out of here. I'm an old school nigga. That's what I said. 9 o'clock, I go to bed. Who remember when the Lucy's came out? You wasn't born yet, Miko. I remember when Lucy's it started to come out, when they were selling the cigarette loose without the pack. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you remember when they started selling the Lucy's. Here, Miko, here's another one for the train, on some train chronicles on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show.
This is what I have to deal with going to work. Surfer on top of the A train just after the bridge at trying to go to work. I mean, where are their parents? Like, every day the same goddamn thing. I should just bust her leg or her head or something on top of the ceiling. Look how low that ceiling is. What is wrong with some of them is usually in the middle of the train. I mean, to deal with the city, this is what I have to deal with. Meanwhile, you have those MTA workers on the road checking people's ticket. This is what they should be walking, searching for. Right on the A train, past the Howard Beach station, I'm trying to get to work. No, I'm going to be late for work or can't go to work to take care of my patient because of this. Surfing on top of the train. She done bust her foot or something on top of the freaking.
That's crazy. And that's dangerous. I don't know why these stupid ass kids always get on top of the train. I get it's an adrenaline rush, but you know what? Go freaking zip line if you want an adrenaline rush. Like, why would you mess around with that? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not co-signing that.
It's like Bomber Club, blasted.
Yeah, she was
blasted
pissed.
Bomber Club, Rastafari.
She was pissed, but that was crazy.
She's like, how me gonna take care of my patients?
And it was a girl at that. Usually girls don't do that. That's crazy.
Burn the fire.
That's crazy.
Miss Miko, here, this from yesterday. Folks are fighting at their jobs at the airport.
What the hell is going on? Oh my God! Bro, this is crazy. What?
I saw that. That's crazy.
Now, Miss Miko, you've been like supervisor at your job. You have people underneath you, managing folks. Now, if you was managing this, and say the young lady was the aggressor and the other one.
Everybody getting fired. I don't care. Everybody getting fired. We're in a customer service setting. Everybody's getting fired.
But what if the one party wasn't the aggressor?
It doesn't matter. You could have de-escalated the situation before it even got to be physical. You could have changed your tour, went to speak to a supervisor or manager. You could have did so many things. Nah, everybody gotta go. Zero tolerance for violence on the workplace. Sorry. You can fight it with the union though. You can get your union steward involved and you can try to get your job back. But if I'm on schedule, yeah, everybody getting fired. I don't care.
All right, let's hear this one real quick. Here go another one before we get guys. Miss Miko's here. We just want to give just show some.
Okay, y'all. So here we go again. I know y'all seen the video. Me on my wedding day, trying to calm my husband down and telling him, basically just saying, don't leave me. But anyways, he left me and decided not to marry me on my wedding day, on our wedding day, because my ex was there. I invited my ex. Now, before y'all get up on these comments with y'all motherfucking opinions, I haven't been with this man since college. And he was my first love. He was my first everything. And also, let me just say this, he invited me to his wedding. His wife didn't call it quits. But yeah, he decides not to marry me because I invited my ex. Which, yeah, I didn't see a problem with that. And I didn't feel the need to tell him because I just feel like it just wasn't that important. Because my mind was so on the wedding and so on him. Like, I just didn't feel like that part, was important. I just didn't feel like it was important. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And before y'all get in the comments and y'all start hollering about, well,
Miko, I'm gonna turn the floor over to you.
What?
What's your thoughts on that?
That's crazy. That's your ex. That's your first everything. He shouldn't have been at that wedding. And if he was at the wedding, the husband ain't supposed to know that he was your first everything. That's supposed to be your homeboy from college. But yeah.
That's
my thoughts. I ain't got nothing else to say about that.
Just a recap, to some of these stories because Miss Miko's here. Yeah, that's a total violation. There'd be no exes. There'd be none of that.
No.
We're not doing that. I don't care if you're in good terms with your ex, if you're best buddies. No, this is a day for us. Like, there's no other people that we had sex with and had kids with. Yeah, the kids can come, of course. But no, that's not. When my ex-wife got married, I didn't go. She invited me.
Right.
She invited me, and I was like, thank you. I really appreciate you for the invitation. And her husband, her soon-to-be husband, he was cool as hell. Like that man, I had so much respect and love for him. It wasn't no drama. It was an easy transition between kids, him, and the whole thing. And he even was like, "Yo, come through." I was like, "Nah, bro, that's your day." I said to my ex-wife, "That's your day. I'll get the report back from the kids." My mom's even went. And I was like, no, that's cool. But I just didn't feel like I didn't, for me, Miss Miko, internally, like I felt like I shouldn't be there.
Right.
So I've been in that.
Your moral compass kind of kicked in and was like, nah, Shawn, chill.
Yeah, it was like, my kids were there, my moms were there, everybody was there. But I was like, nah, this is not, nah. There was something in me that was like, nah, bro.
Right.
And I was okay with that. And I was so gracious to them. And I was gracious that they invited me, but I was like, no. So I do agree. And especially if you're not telling the person you're about to marry, that you bring in your first love there. Like, no, we're not doing that. Yeah,
she said her first everything.
Her first everything.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's a no. That's a spiritual bond right there.
Right. So you're gonna invite the dude that
tore that thing down.
Yeah, that put sperm on your forehead. You think that's cute.
Yeah. Can't do it. It's 9:30. I have a meeting, guys. I have to go.
There you go. We did it. Guys, have a good weekend. Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team with this queen right here, Miss Miko. Miss Miko, I apologize. I should have texted you to let you know that I emailed you the thing. All right, guys, we are out of here. We truly appreciate you. All right, Miss Miko.
Bye, y'all. Have a great weekend. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Okay. See you later. Let me talk to them for a second. I'm just trying to figure this out. All right, guys. I was gonna end with some music, but that was a good look with Miko. Man, listen, I truly appreciate you guys. Listen, I am out of here, Shawn Harvey. Let's go. We'll see you in a few weeks. Let me end this thing real quick.